Dr. Joe here. In golfers over 50, you're starting to reach that age where your body wants to fight back against you, fight back against your golf game. So what I'm going to do is go through 5 key exercises and joints that you have to move in certain ways to continue to have a fluid, smooth, flexible golf swing as you age. So let's talk about the key areas. When we go into the backswing, we internally rotate over our trail hip, and in the downswing, we internally rotate over our lead hip. So we have to keep internal rotation of both of our hip joints, or we lose that flexibility fast. Day to day, we get almost 0 internal rotation, so you have to train it. Internal rotation is an easy one. What you're going to do is you're going to plant your foot. You're going to take your other foot and you're going to drop it just a little bit back behind you. So that right foot is just a touch offset. You're going to rotate over top of that foot, keeping the foot square on the ground, and you're going to get a stretch along the outside of your hip. You can either hold this or you can oscillate back and forth. But the key is keeping that foot flat to the ground. If you want to take it up a notch, take something you can hold on to. Doesn't matter what it is. It just has to be sturdy. And I'm going to use it to help me turn. So I'm pulling, helping myself turn. And that's how we're going to work hip internal rotation. The opposite, hip external rotation, is another area that gets tight. That one ties into low back pain as well. Another one you can make simple. I'm big on simple exercises. Don't make things unnecessarily complicated. External rotation happens when you put your heel on your opposite knee. So this is an external rotation stretch. You can get in whatever position is comfortable, and you can just hang out here. Just make sure you sit this way around the house. It'll help stretch those external rotators. And then if you want to take it up a little bit, you can add a bend, or you can add a bend and twist. What that does is takes those glute muscles, how they wrap around, and it puts a stretch across them, and it helps you increase hip external rotation. Now, another thing we see happen as we age is we start to collapse our posture in. So we want to make sure that's something we counteract. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that collapse in has a lot to do with our shoulder blades rolling forward and pulling everything else along. So the exercise I suggest is a simple shoulder blade squeeze paired with external rotation. So again, if you say you sit for your job, you are arms here, you end up rolling forward, you internally rotate from your shoulders. So we're going to reverse all that. We're going to externally rotate. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back, and we're going to reach our chest to the sky. If we want to add a little bit, we can go hands to the back of our butt, squeeze the shoulder back, and again, a little bit of that upward movement. That's going to allow us to lengthen the chest muscles, strengthen the upper back, and pull ourselves out of that rounded posture. Next, we look at thoracic mobility, especially for rotation. So this one you can do seated. You can even do it at work, which I love. I'm going to sit tall first. I'm going to take one hand. I'm going to go to the opposite knee, and I'm going to pull myself around. A lot of people do this. A lot of people don't do the next piece I'm going to tell you. As you rotate, take the side you're rotating to, squeeze that shoulder blade back, and let that other shoulder blade come forward. The reason I like to add that is because when we get into the golf swing, as we go back and we rotate, our shoulder blade on this side pulls in, and our shoulder blade on the outside reaches forward, and then we trade as we go into the downswing. So anytime you can practice that, it's going to help your swing. Last one's for the neck, right? Everybody's seen the guy, they walk around like this, right? So we want to bring our head back. But we don't want to just bring it back like this. It gets into a biomechanics piece that this video is not long enough for. But trust me when I tell you, we need to make the movement happen at a certain place. So while standing here, you're going to have eyes straight ahead. You're going to pull back you're going to tuck your chin. Like you're trying to create a bunch of extra chins. You get that pullback motion, you do it right, you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch at the base of your skull. And that's going to stretch out all those muscles that get tight when we migrate into that forward head position. Again, those are 5 exercises. They're pretty much all very simple to do, which I find is a big key. You can roll around on the ground all you want with your flexibility exercises, but I've found year after year, people don't do those. So don't get too cute. Get the position, nail it, put some stress on it, and get some volume. And if you do that, these things will improve and you will get better flexibility. Or if you have great flexibility, you'll maintain what you have as you age. As always, if you have questions, leave them in the comments. Appreciate you following along.